Hey everybody, Tubal Kane here. I'm going to do a quick one, hopefully. I got shit I got to do. Long weekend, took off, went to West Virginia with the wife, get away for the weekend, left the kids at home. But came back on Sunday, Father's Day, and on Sunday night, the Cleveland Cavaliers were playing for the championship, Game 7. And the people of Cleveland have been in need of a championship. You have no idea how often I hear that. Now, from a guy who played college football, got recruited for professional baseball, an ex-athlete, I don't follow pro sports anymore, except combat sports like the UFC or submission grappling. I could give a shit about the Cavs. My day doesn't hinge on what they do. So after the Cavs won on Facebook with friends and local people, the show of pride, the amount of times I heard the word pride used about this basketball team winning a championship for us. This plural that is used. We did this, we deserve that, we, and then having people call, LeBron James, King James. I got problems with that. We had people die to make sure we never called someone king again, and these people willfully do it because he can dunk a basketball. So today, the word I'm thinking of is hubris, which to us today means pride. The Greeks used hubris. And I said it was a personality quality, as they said, of extreme or foolish pride or dangerous overconfidence. So for some reason, someone who had nothing to do with playing, putting a ball in the hoop, sweating, going up and down the court, had anything to do with a victory or a win, but the fans of Cleveland want to lay claim to this victory, how it's theirs. We, us. So this thing about pride in whether it's your basketball team, football team, soccer team, football if you're over in Europe, and the way those fans are zealots, again, it's like ball earth madness. These are sports. It's entertainment. So the idea of having pride in your basketball team, or being prideful because you're from Cleveland, so anything good for Cleveland, you want to have pride in that and take pride in that. And then you move out to have pride in being from Ohio. And then you move out from that and having pride to be from the Midwest. And then you have pride in being an American. Then you have pride for being an earthling. Pride is, I'm not a religious guy, but I know pride is considered one of the cardinal sins, or 7 deadly sins. And the worst at that. Because you can never get rid of it, supposedly. Because people take pride in the fact that they feel they don't have pride. Or hubris, as they would say. So, I'm a little fucking sick and tired of people wanting to have pride in a sports team. How can you back a team? I said if they're all homegrown Cleveland guys, never left Cleveland, play for Cleveland, I could see you might have a little bit of pride towards that. But the idea that you have pride in strangers wearing a shirt with your city's name on it invokes pride, that's childish. And I guess I was raised to, when you become an adult, you stop with the childish games. Children get excited, up and down emotions over entertainment, inconsequential things, and something that they may have nothing to do with. Because as I said, none of the people on Facebook talking about we and pride didn't do shit. Also, the amount of people I heard saying that night of the win was one of the greatest nights of their lives. I even heard people on read people on Facebook, local, that I know, that they actually cried. They cried watching the news on Monday morning. And I hope you don't have kids. Because I was raised that you got to set an example for your children. And if you're supposed to be a grown man, reproducing, claiming to be a father to teach a young man, that you cry over a basketball game that I guarantee you did not cry when your son was born. So what does that tell a young male growing up in a house where the father shows more emotion and passion about a sporting event or his city more than to his child? So people saying they have pride to be an Italian. All this pride in your nationality, in your city, in your teams, leads to division. It's like having pride in the fact that I believe in a concave cell Earth. I'm smarter than everybody, I figured out. So you're taking pride in the fact that you feel you have more knowledge than another person, and you really like to revel in it. Same with ballers. Ballers come at you with a lot of pride about their ability to understand science. But I've noticed the flat earth so-called community crowd doesn't seem to take pride in the fact that they recognize they've been deceived. They seem to be at ease with it. They don't seem to have to go around and be prideful. They seem to be at ease with the fact that they know that they had been lied to, that their senses were right. We feel no spin. We see no curvature. So your senses are right. You can feel good about the idea that you now know you'd been lied to. But concavers and ballers are still pushing a potential deception. And because their deception has been woven so good that it fluffs up your ego, it fills your ego up, that you understand this concave cell Earth, or you understand this ball spinning thing, and these flat earthers don't understand it. They take pride in that. And when you discuss this on the net, they will make sure you understand their pride. So, flat earth and pride doesn't seem to go together, and that is a good, warming feeling that there are people who are actually humbled by the idea that they don't know. We don't know the shape. We don't know what's out there. So how can you have pride in the fact that you have come to an enlightenment, hopefully, realization that you've been lied to? That's humbling. It's not prideful. So I want to thank the flat earth community, if that's such a thing, for not being prideful on the internet, for accepting the deception, understanding it, and going forth knowing you're not going to be lied to anymore. Fuck them. So I just wanted to do a little thing on pride, how you're seeing grown men here in Cleveland acting like the greatest thing ever happened in their world because the Cavaliers won a basketball game. Who gives a fuck? Really? That's goddamn basketball. And again, it's dividing. Cleveland people hate Pittsburgh people because Pittsburgh won 4 Super Bowls. And you'd hear it all the time from Pittsburgh fans. We've won 4 Super Bowls, you got nothing. Cleveland fans despised Steeler fans. Now they're doing the same shit. I think a guy got killed in the parking lot after a Raiders game because he was a San Diego Chargers fan. Or Cincinnati Bengals stadium, someone got killed because they weren't the proper fan. That's no different from Muslims and Christians. East Germans, West Germans. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Oakland, LA Raiders, whatever. Anything that creates division, especially by wanting you to have pride in something, to feel you're superior to the other, that's fucking wrong. That's just bullshit, and it does not help anything. There is nothing united about assholes fighting and killing over sporting teams or attacking people over the shape of the fucking earth. So, concavers, ballers, potentially, there's still deception out there. Do not be so sure, and your hubris usually will bring you down. All I'm saying is thank you, flat earthers, for at least being humble in your path compared to the others. Thank you. And as we say, flat lines matter. Not you, Sergeant, or you, cowpat manure tranny. Out.